All right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to go over the remaining chunks of the Escobilla. And then before that, some exercises to help strengthen those supporting heels. So the first thing you can do for your supporting heels is find a wall, lift one leg off the floor, anywhere off the floor. Keep a little bend in that standing leg. Lengthen. Imagine you could grab your lower organs in your abdominal and pull them up towards your esophagus. So always this feeling of lifting out of the pelvis, or sometimes I compare it to sending your belly button into the spine and then lifting it up towards your esophagus. So in and up with those organs. And I want to keep my head at the same level the whole time. And I lift the heel and then send it into the floor. And do as many as you want, but remember that one really good, clear, controlled heel is worth more than a bunch that are wobbly and crazy and really not strong and clear down into the floor. So work slowly and conscientiously with that one. Then the other one that's great, facing a wall, so with both hands on the wall, but I'm going to show you away from a wall, or if you have a chair as well, you can put your hands on the back of a chair. Again, a little bend in the knee, lengthening up through those side ribs, pulling the belly in and up. I go heel, brush out, pull back, heel. So 4 sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. From the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to make sure my pelvis stays level, so I'm not lifting the out leg's hip up to get that heel in. And then doing steps that have a lot of supporting heels. So our 6 sound pattern, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, has 2 supporting heels. So we're just going to add on to that. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and. So I'm just adding more digs and points of the shoe. And again, to make the most out of this, I don't want to use the dig or the point as leverage or support. So as soon as I hit the dig or the point, the leg ricochets upwards. So I'm still just depending on the strength of the leg that's doing the supporting heel. Work those slowly and clearly. So now our actual Escobilla. We learned 3 full blocks yesterday. So each block is 4 sets of 8. So every side of a block is 8 counts. Sometimes we get to 1/8 with 2 smaller sections. But 4 8s make 1 square, literally 1 block. So our first series, we only do on towards the right side. So the phrases are a little longer. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's not right. Sorry. 1, 2. Hold on. All right, it helps if you start with the right sound. So it starts with the plancha. Toe, heel, stomp, dig. Toe, heel, stomp, dig. Toe, heel, stomp, dig. 4 sound pattern. Toe, heel, dig, heel. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and. So those are 2 8s. We've got 2 sides of our square done. Now we're going to do 2 4s to equal the next side of the square. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. The final 8 goes to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. So that's the whole first block. It's really important to be able to recognize that 4 sound pattern, so that you don't have to think toe, heel, dig, heel, but you can just say 4 sound pattern, toe, heel, dig, heel. So recognizing our building block steps as they appear now in longer phrases. So I'll do that series again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. So right foot is ready to go to the next block. The concept behind this block is syncopating the second half of the phrase. So we're still going to be working with the same building blocks, the same mechanics, changing the phrasing a little bit. So our 4-sound pattern will be syncopated, so rather than keeping it even. So here we go to the right. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and I do one extra dig as sort of a pick-up step. Same thing to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We've got 1, 8. We're going to do one more 8. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Then our 4-sound pattern twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just 2 8s. We have the top and one side of a block. So to get the other side of the other sides of the blocks, we're just going to repeat that same thing to the left side. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and a 4, and 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 4-sound pattern. That's a full block when we do right and left, 4 8s worth of material. The third block we learned follows the same structure as the one I just did, but rather than syncopating the 4-sound pattern, we're going to syncopate that first step. So I'm going to add another golpe, another stomp in, toe, heel, stomp, stomp, dig, 4-sound pattern. So now that's the base we're working from, and we'll use this right and left. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 2 more 4-sound patterns. All of that left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 2 extra 4-sound patterns. So that's our next full block. 8 8 8 8. The structure of these last 2 blocks is short, short, long. And we show the long, we show that it's the end of an idea, short, short, long, with those 2 extra 4-sound patterns. So that is basically our punctuation at the end, halfway through the box, to say we're done with that bit of the phrase, and then we're done with the other bit of the phrase. So I'm going to do the whole thing now with some Farruca Compás. So here we go. All 3 blocks. We have one more block that's all 4 sound patterns going quadruplets and double time that we'll add to the end. So a great way to prepare for next week's class would be just working on those 4 sound patterns, making sure you have them really clear. Toe, heel, dig, heel. Toe, heel, dig, heel. Really work that supporting heel. Toe, heel, dig, heel. So work on supporting heels, 4 sound patterns. That will help you in both the phrase from this week and in the final block of this whole Escovia, this whole footwork section for next week. So that's all. Happy practicing.